All right. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, Judge.
Court will resume with the April 5th, 2022 docket. And we have the jail section here. Good afternoon, jail. Is it be able? What first guy? Lord Hernandez, who is that one? Nestor? Nestor Castellanos, right? Nestor Castellanos.
Good afternoon, Judge.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon. Got three cases? All
Yes,
right.
sir.
There's
He's
three
pleading-
cases. Is it going to be a plea on all three of them?
It's on, he's pleading to two cases and one's going to be dismissed, Your Honor.
All right. Which is number 4 will be dismissed. Oh, yeah, here it is. Possible dismissal. So we're going to have a plea and a potential dismissal here on Nestor Daniel Castellanos. Please raise your right hand. You swear the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
¿Hablas inglés?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Any here?
You need to speak up.
Yes?
Yes.
All right. You may put your hand down. You have 3 cases, but you're going to plead only to 2, and 1 is going to get dismissed. Here are the ones you're going to plead to. CR 2104-822D, Nestor Daniel Castellanos, DWI Class B misdemeanor. CR 2104-823D, Nestor Castellanos, Class B misdemeanor, POM. Each case is a Class B misdemeanor. Each case carries a potential penalty of up to 180 days in jail and not more than a $2,000 fine upon conviction. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
And you understand that you're entitled to a jury trial, you're entitled to an appeal. And did you waive those 2 rights?
Sir.
Have you ever been declared mentally incompetent?
No, sir.
You understand that the court does not have to follow the recommendations after you give a plea?
Yes, sir.
And what is your plea, sir? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
Are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily on both cases?
Yes, sir.
All right, state.
Yes, Judge. State offer plea document and offense report as Exhibit 1. Notification and certification of defendant right of appeal as Exhibit 2. Waiver of Article 39.14 disclosure as Exhibit 3. Waiver of risk and need assessment as Exhibit 4. State will also request defense counsel to stipulate the venue and jurisdiction of this honorable court, and to also stipulate that evidence has been filed sufficient to code plea guilty.
Your Honor, we have no objections to all of the state's exhibits. We so agree and stipulate to venue and jurisdiction of this honorable court.
And without objection, so admitted. It'll be the judgment of the court. The defendant Nestor Castellanos is guilty as charged in CR 2104-822D and CR 2104-823D. And recommendations state, beginning with the DWI case.
Yes, Judge. The state recommend $200 fine, court costs, 180 days in Hidalgo County Jail, probated for 1 year, an alcohol course, an interlock ignition device, 90 days Texas driver's license suspension, and 20 commercial hours.
20 hours. All right, let me hear the second one, second recommendation. What is it?
Yes, Judge. The state recommend $200 fine, court costs, 90 days in Hidalgo County Jail, probated for 1 year, and defendant should participate into outpatient, Judge.
Outpatient?
Yes, Judge.
All right, on the second case, Mr. Hernandez, no fine, no court costs, no supervision fees. And that'll be the judgment as read on the record. And for the first case, no community hours because they're hard to do right now. Anything else, Mr. Hernandez?
Your Honor, my client does have a felony. He's on felony probation right now, a motion to adjudicate. That was part of the plea agreement that if he pled to these, they would dismiss that and just continue him on felony deferred. He's going to be on deferred until 2029. Your Honor, just so any consideration on the cost.
Okay, on this one, no fees, probation fees, and also no fine, no court costs.
Judge, I'm sorry. I forgot to add the 20 commercial hours for the second case too.
Okay, that'll be waived as well.
Okay.
Waived. So did you get that, Mr. Hernandez? They're going to run concurrent?
Yes, Your Honor. And
Actually,
just
no fine, no fine, no court costs, no fees, because they're going to run concurrent with the felony case.
Yes,
Okay.
Your Honor, just-
All right. Good luck with that, Mr. Castellanos. Oh, there's a third case.
yes.
Yes, Judge. On CR 2104-824D, Judge, that will be dismissed with the formation, please, Judge.
Court will hereby dismiss CR 2104-824D, Nestor Daniel Castellanos, case dismissed. All right.
Thank you,
That'll do
Honor.
it. Good luck with your probation, Mr. Castellanos, and you're excused, Mr. Hernandez.
Thank you, Judge. Have a good day.
Have a good day. Bye-bye.
Number 5, 6, and 7. Ms. Lily Gutierrez, Marcos Coronado.
Marcos Coronado, 5, 6, and 7. Ms. Gutierrez, good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
State, there's 3 cases here. Is it going to be a plea in all 3 of them?
Just one of them, Judge.
Which one?
The assault.
Okay, the assault will be a plea.
21,
Okay, CR 21, 11, 461. That's the one, Lily?
yes, correct.
Okay, very good. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right, we have Mr. Marcos Eduardo Coronado. Please raise your right hand. You swear the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
You may put your hand down. CR 21, 11, 461D, Marcos Coronado. Your charge is an assault class A misdemeanor. It carries a potential penalty of up to a year in jail and not more than a $4,000 fine upon conviction. You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. You understand that you're entitled to a jury trial, you're entitled to an appeal, and that you waive those 2 rights?
Yes, Your Honor.
Have you ever been declared mentally incompetent?
No, Your Honor.
You understand that the court does not have to follow the recommendation after you give a plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
And what is your plea, sir? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
Are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, state.
Yes, Judge. State offer plea document and offense report as Exhibit 1. Notification and certification of defendant right of appeal as Exhibit 2. Waiver of Article 39.14, disclosure as Exhibit 3. State would also request defense counsel to stipulate to the venue and jurisdiction of this honorable court and to also stipulate that evidence has been filed sufficient to plead guilty.
Your Honor, no objection to the exhibit so stipulated to venue and jurisdiction of this honorable court, and also stipulated that the evidence that's been presented by the state is sufficient to corroborate my client's guilt.
And without objection, so admitted, it'll be the judgment of the court. The defendant, Marcos Eduardo Coronado, is guilty as charged in CR 21, 11, 461D. Recommendation, state?
Yes, Judge. The state recommend $100 fine, court costs, 34 days in the Hidalgo County Jail, credit for 34 days.
All right, court will hereby waive the fine and court costs. That'll be a time served. And then there's 2 other cases, state?
Yes, Judge, on CR 21-09091D and on CR 21-09092D, that will be dismissed with the aforementioned plea, Judge.
Court will hereby dismiss CR 21-09091D, CR 21-09092D, both of them state versus Marcos Coronado. These 2 cases are hereby dismissed. Anything else, Ms. Gutierrez?
No, Your Honor, I didn't see here, was there a fine or court costs?
Yeah, they were waived.
Okay, very well, Your Honor.
So
That's
that
all.
made it a time served, okay?
Very well.
All right. You're excused. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Your
Have a good
Honor. You guys have
Yeah,
a good day.
you too, ma'am. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Number 8, Ms. Montes.
Miss Montes, there she is. And we need Reynaldo Zaragoza,
Yes, Judge, and he is a Spanish speaker.
Spanish speaker. It'll be a plea, right, ma'am?
Yes.
Okay, Reynaldo Zaragoza. Please raise your right hand.
Por favor, levanta tu mano.
You swear the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
¿Juras que el testimonio que vas a dar es la verdad, solamente la verdad y nada más que la verdad? Yes.
And you can put your hand up.
Puedes bajar tu mano.
CR 21-11-933D, Reynaldo Zaragoza, your charge class B misdemeanor. It carries a potential penalty of up to 180 days in jail and not more than a $2,000 fine upon conviction. You understand that?
En el caso tuyo, CR 21-11933D, Reynaldo Zaragoza, te acusan de una clase B. Bajo la ley es no más de una multa de $2,000 y no más de 6 meses en la cárcel. ¿Comprendes eso, sí o no? Yes.
You understand that you're entitled to a jury trial. You're also entitled to an appeal. And did you waive those 2 rights?
Comprendes que tienes el derecho de que un jurado oiga tu caso y también tienes el derecho de apelar, pero es correcto que tú has rechazado esos 2 derechos? Yes.
Have you ever been declared mentally incompetent?
¿Alguna vez te han declarado que estés mentalmente incompetente? No.
You understand that the court does not have to follow the recommendation after you give your plea?
¿Comprendes que la corte no tiene que seguir la recomendación después de que tú te declares culpable? Yes.
You understand that if you're not a U.S. citizen, that your plea of guilty in your case may result in deportation, exclusion from admission to this country, or the denial of naturalization under federal law?
Y tú comprendes que si tú no eres ciudadano de este país y te declaras culpable, eso puede resultar en deportación, exclusión o que te nieguen la entrada a este país. Yes, I understand.
And was that explained to you by your attorney?
¿Y eso se te explicó a ti por tu abogada? Yes.
And how do you plead, sir? Guilty or not
¿Y
guilty?
cómo te declaras? ¿Culpable o no culpable?
And
Guilty.
are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
¿Y te estás declarando culpable libre y voluntariamente?
Exactamente.
Exactly,
Okay.
yes.
All right, state.
Yes, Judge. State offer plea document and offense report as Exhibit 1, notification and certification of defendant right of appeal as Exhibit 2, waiver of Article 39.14, disclosure as Exhibit 3. State would also request defense counsel to stipulate the venue and jurisdiction of the honorable court, and to also stipulate that evidence has been filed sufficient to culpably plead guilty.
No objection, Your Honor, so agreed to and stipulated.
Without objection, so admitted. It'll be the judgment of the court. The defendant is guilty as charged. And a recommendation, state.
Yes, Judge. The state recommend $100 fine, court costs, 177 days in Hidalgo County Jail, credit for 177 days, $150 restitution due and owing to Maria Bustos.
Maria, what was the last name? Bustos?
Yes, Judge.
Okay. It'll be a due and owing 150, right, sir?
Yes.
Okay. First of all, court will waive the fine and court costs. Therefore, 177 for 177 time served, but it'll have a due and owing $150 to Maria Bustos. Is that the understanding, Ms. Montes?
Yes, Your Honor, that's our understanding.
All right.
Reinaldo, en el caso tuyo te quitó la multa y los costos de corte, te van a dar tiempo servido, 177 días, crédito por 177 días que ya has servido.
Mhm.
¿Ok?
And with a due and owing. 150.
Y vas a deber a María Bustos, le vas a deber $150.
Okay.
¿Ok?
That'll do it. Thank you so much. Your excuse. Have a great day.
Your Honor, you too. Bye-bye.
Yeah, miss. Thank you. Bye. What are we gonna do?
Mr. Sahadi, PD, number 1 and number 9.
It's going to be Abel Cano.
Number 1 is a recall and number 9 is a bond.
All right. Abel Cano, Abel Cano. Mr. Sahadi, there he is. Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yes, sir. And Mr. Sahadi, can you hear me?
Yes,
Good,
sir.
Oh, okay. I
Yes.
hear you now. Okay, good.
Yes, yes, Your Honor. Good afternoon.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon. Your client is Abel Oscar Garcia Cano. The first case, I think it was
Yes, sir.
on the NISA, CR 2010-503D. You're asking for a recall of the NISA, right, sir?
Yes, Judge, I am.
All right, we'll recall the NISA on that one. And then we'll go to the last case here, or his second case, CR 2202-691D, Abel Cano, possession of a controlled substance. And what were you going to be asking there, Mr. Sahadi?
Judge, this gentleman picked up 2 charges, a felony that's still pending and a misdemeanor that's before the court this afternoon. Now, I had filed a writ, which was heard yesterday by Judge Zamon. He had lowered the bond, which is at 15,000 cash surety to 5,000 cash surety, plus he added the condition of AIP, Judge. Now, what I'm requesting from this court in this case is that I would respectfully request that the bond that's presently set at 5,000 be reduced to a PR bond, Judge. Now, I know that the state and I are in conflict with regard to the misdemeanor DA is asking for ADA rather is asking for a drug patch in addition to the AIP. Judge, I feel that because both cases arose from the same incident, with all due respect, I think that the felony court should take the lead on this one, and I would respectfully request that we be granted a PR bond without
Okay.
a drug patch since he's already on AIP, Judge.
Okay, Mr. Gwynn?
Yes, Judge. The defendant was on a pure bond on a POCS. That was number 1 on the court's docket today, Judge.
Mhm.
And he picked up another Class A POCS and a felony POM, Judge. And Isn't the state opinion that, you know, the defense should have a drug patch, Judge, to prevent further abuse? 'Cause-
Okay. Okay. All right, then court will issue, what was it? There was 5,000 cash surety, right now?
Yes, Judge, and the state's not opposed to reducing to a PR bond again to 2,000 PR bond, Judge, but we just requesting that defendant get a drug patch and AIP for this one too.
And we feel that the AIP should be sufficient supervision, Judge. Will offer
Okay.
sufficient supervision to ensure that he does present himself in any future cases.
Okay, well, the court will first of all bring it down to $1,000 PR bond. That's number one. And then
Thank you, Judge.
given the circumstances that we have here and all that stuff going on, we'll go ahead and order the drug patch.
Yes, sir.
Okay, but it'll be a PR bond for Mr. Abel Cano in CR 2202-691D. You want to give him a pretrial date?
Yes. Rachel, where are we on the pretrial? date?
Pretrial date, Mr. Sahari.
It's October 11th, 2023 at 9.
Okay, Mr. Sahari. October
sir.
11, 2023 at 9 a.m. However, if we need to bump it up because of the pending felony case or whatever, let the court know, okay, sir?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
We'll move it up.
Are you gonna want AIP also, so I can submit the
No,
form?
no, I don't want AIP, just a drug
Okay.
patch.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay?
Thank you, Judge.
All right, thank you so much. You guys may be excused. Have a great day. Bye-bye. Thank you,
Thank you,
Jill.
sir.
Have a great day, Jill. Was that it? Okay, we stand adjourned. Thank you.